Fellas, AC here, welcome to another review. Now, the question is, Beau de Jour by Tom Ford, has it been cloned? The answer is yes, it has been cloned. But before I get into the review, let me talk a little bit about Beau de Jour. So Beau de Jour by Tom Ford was released this year. It's one of the most significant and well-loved Tom Ford releases and overall releases of 2020. And I've done a full review, you can check it out. I'll leave a link to that review at the end of this video. So just to brush your memory, and if you've never smelt Beau de Jour, what is Beau de Jour? Beau de Jour means a beautiful day, and it smells like a sort of a 80s barbershop fougere without smelling dated or grandpa-like. And that's the biggest achievement of Beau de Jour. When you first spray it, it smells like shaving foam, which is very spiced up. And then it goes on to the dry down and it smells like amber, spicy amber. I've got a dry down here. This is a 6 or 7 hour dry down. It's beautiful, ambery, woody spiciness. Yeah, warm, woody and spicy. Beautiful. Beau de Jour is amazing. I really enjoyed it. Now, I've got a clone for you. And it smells amazing and it costs very little. It's called Pierced. I'll put the 1368. I'll put the picture on the screen. It's Pierced by Parfum Parlor. And Parfum Parlor is a UK based house which do a lot of beautiful sort of clones, if you like, or inspired expressions. And before you ask me, lots of people have asked me about whether they do ship worldwide. They do. So I was speaking to Amir. Amir is the person who owns Perfume Parlor based in the Midlands in the UK a month ago, and he asked me what would I like to sample. He's a really interesting guy, very sort of friendly, and he's really matter of fact, which is what I like. Salesmen are not matter of fact. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but I deal with a lot of salespeople. And he's a businessman, right, Amir? But he's got this trait which I really like in people. So he said to me, what would you like to sample from my shop? And I gave him a list of 6 fragrances. He sent me exactly 6. This is amazing. Amir, if you're watching this video, I really appreciate this. And there are 5 of them plus 1 6. I told him exactly what I wanted to sample. He sent me exactly what I wanted to sample. He didn't push any of his stuff. Amazing. I really like that. So I'm going to do a separate video on these 5 plus other 5 that I have got. I've acquired more than 50 now from Perfume Parlor. Mostly, I'll show you. Mostly I go for the oils, the 3 ml oils. But I've got a few 30 ml bottles as well. And I'm really enjoying both the spray and the oil. I don't think there's any difference. It's just quality is amazing. So anyways, let's talk about Pierced, whatever number it is. I can't. Okay, 1368. My naked eye vision is not very good, as you might know. So I've already got a dry down. Yes, I have a dry down. So let me just, because I really like the opening, but oh, beautiful, beautiful. There's a reputation. Perfume Parlor are known for the sweet, heavy stuff. They do really well. The ouds, really well. They have a reputation when it comes to bright fragrances, light fragrances. They've absolutely nailed it. I wouldn't say it's 100% copy, but they've got the concept beautifully. That's why this is an inspired expression. So, when it first starts off, the big difference is this has got a birch tar-like note, which isn't there in Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour is more like lavender with a heavy dose of rosemary, and I really enjoy that. It smells like a spiced up shave foam. And with that rosemary, there's a good amount of geranium. But the lavender is the star. It's very mentholic because there's a huge, I can smell it from here. There's a huge dose of mint here. No sweetness, minty, lavender with rosemary and geranium. That's what I get with Beau de Jour. Birchy. This is much more smoky and much more green. Yeah. So there's more presence of a vetiver-like note here, very smoky. Yeah, this is smoky, but not as smoky as this. and there's less lavender, less rosemary, but more mint, more vetiver, and more birchy smokiness. This is probably a butcher version of Beau de Jour to start with. And lavender here, yeah, lavender here has that same mentholic quality, but I think mint here is more subdued than what you get here. This is a proper shaving foam smell. This one here. This is probably shaving foam mixed with slightly resinous sort of smokiness, resinous smokiness. Yeah. So that's the difference when you first start. This also is more sweeter in the middle stages, but I wouldn't say sweet, but this has sweet quality. There's sweetness to this fragrance, slightly sweeter. I think there's the amber which starts kicking off, and that amber is basically slightly sweet in nature. The fragrance also in the middle stages has this beautiful note of vetiver which is absent in Beau de Jour. There's no vetiver in Beau de Jour. But in spite of that, when the fragrance dries down, it has that spicy, woody ambery, barbershop fragrance smell. It's really nice, very well done, and highly enjoyable. There's some differences, especially if you spray it in either hands, the differences are very visible, especially in terms of composition, structure, and quality. If you wear it, because I was wearing it without the decant of Beau de Jour is about to run out, I'll show you. I really like it, and I might go for a full bottle of Beau de Jour. And I'm about to run out, so I was basically wearing this without wearing Beau de Jour, and it kept reminding me of Beau de Jour. It was as if I'm wearing Beau de Jour. That's how it felt. Amazing. So pros and cons, yeah. Number one pro of these fragrances. These fragrances, I don't know how they do it. This 30 ml is going to cost you £9. This is a 50 ml. I really like the packaging. Look at the packaging. It's a beautiful packaging. They've changed. I don't have the original packaging. It's very plain. This one isn't plain. It's really nice. Well done. Amir, you're going in the right direction, fella. Keep going, and I think you'll make it big. I'm pretty sure. So, the number one pro is the cost, and number two is the surprise element. It's surprisingly not cheap smelling, very nice, and almost 50 to 60% like Beau de Jour. If you don't wear it together, you'll feel as if you're wearing Beau de Jour. Honestly, it's beautiful. And the third pro is the performance. Oh, you can see, I can smell it from here. The projection is absolutely fantastic. The sillage is great. Longevity is almost the same. I get about 8 to 10 hours with Beau de Jour. I get 8 to 10 hours with Pierced. So those are the pros. Yeah? Downside. If you are a niche liker, I wouldn't say snob because that is derogatory in nature. If you're a person who likes niche, you will not like anything from Perfume Parlor or anybody else because you are used to smelling a certain type of fragrances. You will not like it. Simple as that. This video and this bottle is not for you. So if you're absolutely in a niche and you really have the money to afford hundreds of niche fragrances, good for you. But this will not appeal to you. This will only appeal to a person who's on budget, who wants to have a mixed collection and really has an open mind about trying things. I'm in that category. I like cheapies, I like expensive fragrances, I like middle line fragrances. I have no issues. And I don't judge anything by the bottle it comes in. I judge it by the scent. And the scent here is fab. The quality may not be Tom Ford, but it's not too bad. I don't know how they do it. Amazing. Compliment factor. See, Beau de Jour has got tremendous appeal, but it also has that factor of lavender barbershop. I don't know many women who would get attracted to this lavender barbershop. So whatever the compliment factor was with Beau de Jour exists here. If you get a compliment, fantastic. The lady who's giving you a compliment has a great taste. Seasons, I think this works mostly in cold weather. I reviewed Beau de Jour in October, I believe. This is this is December. I almost forgot we're in December. It's really cold today. It's really cold. And it smells fantastic, really good. So am I pleased with this? Can I call it a clone? It's not a clone. It's an inspiration. There are differences, as I said. There's no vetiver in Beau de Jour. There's no smokiness, the kind of smokiness I'm getting here. It's almost birchy smokiness, burnt kind of smokiness. Yeah, the mint here is underplayed. The lavender is not mentholic. If you see what I mean, there are differences. But when you wear it one without the other, that is when Pierce shines, because it just smells like you're wearing Beau de Jour. Yeah, that's how it comes across. Beautiful. I really enjoyed it. And the value for money is outstanding. Beau de Jour costs you £130 for 100 ml. 30 ml of this will cost you £9. I didn't check the website today, but I know I buy a lot from Perfume Parlor. It costs £9. I go for 30 ml, or I go for the 3 ml oil, which costs, I don't know, £2 or something. Really, really affordable. So if you're into, affordable fragrances, if you really like Beau de Jour and you always wanted to own but didn't want to afford the kind of cost that Tom Ford comes with, go for this. You'll not regret it. I'll put a link, I'll put a picture in the description. Hope you enjoyed the review, and if you did, do give it a like. Take care. Bye-bye.